Hi, welcome to the Miss MMM, and of course, I'm Emma. So, today, what I want to talk about is probably very important to you because you must most likely love to watch movies on Netflix, as we all do. They pioneered that whole thing. Now I often see myself going to Amazon or Hulu, but there's still really good content on Netflix. And today, what I want to talk about are the movies that are being either going for the first time to Netflix this April 2017 or who are returning. So this is by no means like a comprehensive list of all the movies on Netflix or all the good movies. These are just the movies that I am telling you I feel are good or they look really good, which are coming out. Okay, so what we have to talk about is Tropic Thunder. What's crazy to me is Tropic Thunder, I think it was like a huge bomb when it came out. And I feel like it's really grown, it has like a cult following now. And it's just so funny. I mean, you have all these great actors, Ben Stiller, Tom Cruise playing like the most ridiculous character he's ever played. And it's amazing. He's just like this agent, this Hollywood agent. You can tell he like drew on like actual people he probably had worked with who were like driving him nuts before and just made him the most over the top. Matthew McConaughey is like an over the top agent in it. You have Jack Black and they're all and how could I forget Robert Downey Jr. doing his blackface routine? Or like how Ben Stiller, goes full retard. And all of that is just like it's hilarious. It's these actors who they go over to make I think it's a Vietnam War movie, and it actually is a war. There's actually like a war that's going on, and they get trapped in it, and then like they kind of like are in character doing that. So you got to check that out. The classic Gremlins, which is just adorable, and I feel like I do need to rewatch that because I have not watched it in quite a while, and just what a cute little movie. If you've never seen Gremlins, it takes place around Christmas. And the beautiful Phoebe Cates is in it, and it's just about, like, this little, it's called a Mowgli, or Mogwai, I don't know how you say it, but it's this little adorable, I should have got my stuffed plush, I have one, but they're just the cutest little creatures, but you can't do a bunch of stuff with them, like they can't eat after midnight, and they can't get wet, and all kinds of stuff like that, or they become, like, murderous monsters, so that's just a great movie. Nightmare on Elm Street, which is the classic first Freddy Krueger movie, and I've already done a whole review about that earlier, last year actually, last fall, so you'll want to check out my review on that. And I'll link it down below, Across the Universe, which is just a beautiful movie, and it's, like, telling the story of the 60s using all Beatles music. I mean, I think there's other music in it as well, but it uses a bunch of Beatles music, and I'm not even, like, a huge Beatles fan or anything, but it's just so wonderfully done, and just gorgeous if you look at it. Like, there's drug trip stuff in it, and I think that's part of the reason why they can do all these weird things with the visuals. It's just gorgeous. But, a lot of great actors in that. Now, I have to be honest here. They have three Disney movies. I believe yeah. So, An American Tail, Fievel Goes West, An American Tail, The Mystery of the Night Monster. I remember seeing Fievel Goes West when I was little, because that one came out when I was like that prime age. It looks like it came out when I was like 7 or 8. The first one came out when I was like 3. Now, I don't know if I've ever seen it. The third one I never heard of, and sounds like it's probably awful. But you definitely want to check out the first two. I was going to say I didn't think they held up. When I looked at the page, I think it said Don Bluth worked on it, and I follow Sarah Snitch's channel, who's just a great Disney YouTuber, and she says he's, like, an amazing person who made all these movies for Disney. So I would say if she says that, it's probably a pretty good bet that they probably still hold up. I'm going to check that out. Cool Runnings, which is early 90s. It's just so early 90s, this movie. It's based on a true event about these Jamaican bobsledders, and it's like, just say Jamaican bobsledders, and it's ridiculous, and it's really cute. John Candy is like their manager, and I miss John Candy, but it's a really great, funny movie. I'm not positive if that one holds up, honestly, but I love that movie growing up. Okay, The D Train. Let's just talk about The D Train for like a second. I remember I rented The D Train. It's from 2015, so I rented it like a year and a half ago, and I did not know. Okay, so it's a movie about Jack Black and James Marsden. Not Marsters, Marsden, the one from X-Men. And they both went to high school together. And now Jack Black is kind of like, you know, he's very straight edge. He thinks he's kind of boring. And he's on, like, this committee to have a reunion for the high school, and he's trying to find, like, a way to get people to go and stuff, and he remembers this guy from high school that he was, like, very infatuated with, you know, like, the big man on campus type of popular person, and that's who James is playing. But then Jack Black, I don't want to give too much away, but he has to go get him, like, the other guy lives in Los Angeles or whatever, and you get to see his life there and how it's not, like, perfect, and then they come back and you get to see, like, their bonding experiences, and it's just, like, their whole, like, they weren't really friends before, and then, like, how, I don't want to say they become friends, 'cause I don't want to give it away. There is, like, something really crazy in, like, I would say it's, like, towards the second two-thirds of the movie or whatever. It's just a crazy movie, and I don't want to give too much away, but wow. Like, you might have to take a minute and come back in, like, 20 minutes to finish it, because that's what me and my boyfriend had to do. Okay. Disney's The BFG, which, it's terrible, but every time I see this, I'm like, BFG, what is that? Big fucking giant? Big freaking giant? None of those sound like they're right, especially with Disney. And my boyfriend always has to tell me, and I couldn't remember it, so I just looked it up again. It's Big Friendly Giant. And it's about a giant, but I have not seen this movie yet. My guess is, even if the story is not that great, it probably looks really awesome. So I'm definitely going to check that out. Kubo and the Two Strings, which is like this really amazing looking animated movie, and for the life of me, I can't remember the plot of this movie. I did just look that one up as well. But, it's okay, because I don't need to check the plot again, because I don't need to ruin it for myself. But it just looks like, it looks like a beautiful animated movie, and I heard really good things about it too, so I've heard that it's awesome. Okay, so The Prestige. I want to say this is about 10 or 11 years old. There were two movies that came out at, like, the same time, The Illusionist and The Prestige, and they're both about magicians. In my opinion, and this is not, like, everybody's opinion, because I know, like, my dad likes The Illusionist better, but The Prestige is the better of the two movies for me, even though they both have great casts. The Prestige is about these two competing magicians, and it's, Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale, which all you guys probably now know from Batman, like, you know, the very popular Batman movies, like, 10 years ago. But when I was growing up, I remember Christian Bale was just, like, he was, like, he's sort of a heartthrob, but also, like, a very serious, dramatic actor, and we all loved him. And this movie is just so great. I really don't want to give anything away, but let's just say that David Bowie plays Nikolai Tesla, which is just, it's amazing. It's, like, a perfect role for him, and I love David Bowie's acting. I know some people hate it, but I feel like he really gets Tesla. I love Tesla. But, so as you can guess, everything's not on the up and up, so to speak, because there's even Tesla stuff. It's, oh my god, this movie. But yeah, it's basically how, like, you can have a feud with somebody, like a stupid feud, and it can ruin both your lives. So you can see that. It's just, it's got twists and amazing acting, and it's just so cool. And it's set, I want to say, in, like, the early 1900s over in England. Okay, Secret Life of Pets. Oh, okay, so this is, like, a wonderful Universal animated movie, and it's all these pets and, like, what they're doing when you're at work in, like, they live in New York City in, like, apartments. And it's actually about, these two dogs. This woman has a dog, and then she brings home another one, and they don't get along. And, then they go on an adventure, like, and then it, like, involves the other dogs and other kinds of animals around the apartment. They run into other animals on their trek through the city. And it's just so cute. And I watched this on New Year's Day. I bought it on Amazon, but now you're going to be able to watch it for free on Netflix. And it's just, I do not regret owning this, even though it's going to be on Netflix, and I'm probably always going to have Netflix. It's just a wonderful little movie. I didn't really feel like if you have kids, it had, like, objectionable stuff in it or anything. And, like, that's really rare for movies. And it's so cute. I can't wait to go to Universal again and see that parade that you have, like, the scary animatronics from it in. And then last, but I don't know if it's least, they're having a documentary that Netflix made called Casting JonBenet. And it's about JonBenet Ramsey, which, if you don't know, is this case in the 90s with this girl who was in pageants and stuff. Her parents put her in pageants, and then she was murdered. And they said they didn't do it, but it was very much assumed that they did do it. And that just sounds like it's going to be very interesting. So I'm going to count Fievel as one movie. If I count 3 Fievels as one movie, because maybe one's good. I don't know. Maybe 2 are good. you have at least 12 probably good or decent movies that are now coming to Netflix this April. So for April 2017, you're going to want to check out Tropic Thunder, Gremlins, A Nightmare on Elm Street, An American Tail, An American Tail 5 Goes West, maybe An American Tail, The Mystery of the Night Monster, sounds sketchy, Cool Runnings, The D Train, Disney's The BFG, Kubo and the Two Strings, The Prestige, The Secret Life of Pets, and Casting JonBenet, which is a Netflix original. And I am very happy. I just want to mention that it's not just a bunch of original stuff. Like, there are a couple more original movies that I checked out the trailers, and they look middling at best. So I am happy that they have this agreement with Disney to actually get these new Disney movies. I believe it's everything that will come out from 2016 and up. They're going to have everything, and they have some older movies too. But definitely check out Netflix in April. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. I'm going to be putting out another one, and like right after this one, and it is actually going to be talking about TV shows and TV type of specials that will be out on Netflix in April. So let me know what your favorite out of that list is, and what other types of categories of Netflix you'd like me to talk about on this channel, because I love streaming services, and I used to write about this on Miss Emma MM, my blog, MissEmmaMM.com, all the time, but I feel like this might be a more immediate way to do that, especially with new stuff coming out, and them, changing stuff a lot. So, have a great day, and come back to the next video.